Yo. Sorry, they was watching the end of the fight. It was good. Thought my guy was about to lose. This Wes Schultz guy came out throwing some bombs right back at this Malik guy. I don't know anything about UFC. I tailed a bunch of the touts. Cody got a few wrong, which is there's only 5 fights. I don't understand how you can get. I mean, I don't know. That one guy should look like he was gonna fucking win, and then he just quit. So, Derek, yo. But the guy, the biggest favorite, almost got his ass kicked, and then he came through, dominated. But that was a whirlwind of emotions. So I was making a YouTube thumbnail. Took me a hot minute because, again, I'm not a pro at it just yet. But we got a go ahead and hit the like button on your way in. We are doing the DK Melee ain't even close to feeling. Yeah, they'll probably get to 6. I'm guessing they'll hit 700K, which is kind of wild. Yeah, we can start at 920. That's fine. Hit the like button on the way in. If we hit 20 likes, we'll do a second draft. Yeah, it's nice. We'll take it, dude. We'll take it. We will take it. If it's not even close to filling, draft at 920. Hit the like on the way in, boys. What's it called? Yeah, if it's not even close to filling, what is it at? I mean, there'll be drafts all the way up to the second it closes, right? NFL. Click best ball. I mean, it's don't get me wrong, it's not even close. It's 473. It's over half, right? We're at least past the 50% mark. I'd say by the end of this weekend, they'll be pushing 550. I could see them gaining I can give 750. I think is what they'll get to. I don't even think they hit 700K. I think they might hit 700K. I think there's going to be a big old push, and there's going to be some promotions that last weekend, which will be great. You know, if they did it on that Wednesday or Thursday, you know, when we're doing our last 20. But yeah, draft underdog should fill by like they're filling at like 1% every day, 1 to 2% now, which means weekends they get usually a bigger hit. I wouldn't be surprised if they filled at the end of the month, like right on the 30th or whatever, the 31st. One of those days. DraftKings is going to be going to the last minute, so is drafters. Lobby. So we'll start this draft at 9:20. Let's see here. Trace doll hairs, 200 play action. Go ahead and put this on the screen. We're not jumping in until 9:20. 9:20 for those who just got here. I'm putting on the screen so you guys can see the title of the draft. The $3 20 entry NFL best ball 200K play action number dose. I believe that is the one we are currently going to be doing. I think that is double check on my phone. Yes, that is the correct one. Double check, see how much went off that fight. All right. We lost $100 and change. But it's okay. It is okay. I am not an MMA expert, nor do I choose to be. I just follow the people that are. Should have seen if Kyle had anything. Big Barley. I just quickly followed Cody's because he has the PRP on his Twitter page, and then I followed John on the other one. That Pain guy got fucking wrecked. Should have played both of those. What are we doing? So big news today was that Tyron Tracy carded off, air casted. 30 minutes later, nothing wrong with him. I wasn't gonna victory lap or anything like that, but I was like, I do have a whole bunch of Devin Singletary, but I didn't brag. Thankfully, I don't think you should brag because stuff like that may happen. What else happened? Who else got hurt? JJ tearing his MCL, I believe his meniscus. I don't know if that's a different muscle. I got a ton of Eric Gray. I got one share last Thursday. It was whenever we did that draft. I was feeling a little loopy that day. I feel like we have. Yeah, I had a 7% share of JJ McCarthy, but I went through all my teams and I didn't have him on a single 2 quarterback team. So he was on a bunch of 3 quarterback teams. So I'm not like devastated with that loss. It sucks, but we'll take that. Also have a bunch of Kamani. I thought my daughter was waking up. Kamani Vidal. I should say a bunch, but I have like 16%. Hold on, let me double check. Okay. Well, you're making a bunch of rackets. I thought maybe it was my daughter. Gotcha. Yeah. As you can see, my rankings right here on the right. I have CD Lamb. Obviously, Chase. I just want as much Chase as I can get right now. I don't care that he's sitting out. He sat out a whole season and came out to be like his best wide receiver self his rookie year. I am discounting CeeDee Lamb. I don't know if they don't get a contract, does he sit out the year? Does Dak's obviously going to play? Does CD play on a no contract, or how does that work? So I don't know. We shall find out, I guess. We shall find out. Anywho, 9:18. We got 2 minutes. 9:20. We're jumping in, boys. 9:20. What else? Eric Gray or Tyron Tracy. Oh, Mr. Hit Him with the Gritty himself, drafting. This is what we're talking about. Like, so they have to come to an injury settlement to get rid of him. At this point, to get rid of Mr. Chase Claypool, I think they get rid of him. I do not think that he goes to a optimal situation after this, but I could honestly see him go to the Cowboys type of player. He kind of fits that mold of look at me kind of player. That's a look at me team. 40 seconds. Mr. Derek gave us the update. Yeah, I'll get my finger on the pulse of this one so I don't. 4-12, plenty of spots, everybody. You guys didn't remind me. I need to look at Dennis's exposures from the other day. Twitter. 4 notifications. What did everybody say now? Oh, nothing new. I posted. I can honestly say. So I'll read that team after we do this draft as well. All right. So Dennis sent me his exposures. He's got tight end. He's got 18% Dawson Knox, 17% Taysom Hill, tight end quarterback eligibility. I didn't even know they had dual eligibilities. Tucker Kraft, 17%. Cole Kmet, 16%. Cade Otton, 15%. Again, this is 2 weeks ago or last week's exposure for him, so he clearly could have changed at this point, but who knows? And read the top 5 wide receivers. Jalen Tolbert. We'll read 20% and above. Jalen Tolbert at 39%. That's a stand. I haven't gotten to hear the other side of that. Somebody else is on that. Fareed Shaheed is on that stand right there. Michael Wilson, he has 39%. That's why he was asking me about Michael Wilson yesterday. Dontavian Wicks, I'm out on. So there's a lot of the stands that he's in on, I'm out on. It's kind of funny. I was out on Rashee Rice, but he got the right dip of that side of that scoop. He had 27%, 27% Khalil Shakir. That's a good pick. Diggs at 22%, smashing that. And Christian Watson at 20%. Awesome. Derek at the 3 hole here. I'm at the 8. We got Jose at the 12. And you guys got to let me know if you guys see somebody else in here. Let's see here. Running backs. Oh, boy. Running backs will be the 20% and above. He's got Roschon Johnson at 34%. Marshawn Lloyd at 27%. I got that same amount of shares, I feel like. Najee Harris, 27%. We love to see it. Aaron Jones, 22%. And Bijan, 20%. I love to see it, Dennis. I love to see that. And we'll go to 2X. So we'll go 16 and above on the quarterbacks. Jordan Love, of course, not really a big surprise with our guy, Dennis. 26% Love. Fields at 18%. That's nice. Taysom Hill, again, 17%. Justin Herbert, 16%. Lamar Jackson, 16%. That's a good group of quarterbacks to have plus ownership on. Please post team. I'm not trying to rag on them. I don't want to put them out on. I'm not trying to shame the man. On the X. Hop on over. To my YouTube. And we'll show it after that. Spicy fingers. I'm on the clock. Holy cannoli. Am I missing somebody here? No, I don't see anybody missing. We'll get Breece Hall. We're a little under the weight on Breece Hall anyways. And why not? Why not? I've seen a 5 quarterback team on DK. Motherfucker, I've seen a 6 quarterback team on TK. I've seen a 6 quarterback team on DraftKings or on Underdog. They just get thrown out. Whoa. I missed all of you guys. Yo, what up, Chris? The Fantasy Football Garage. Thank you for putting a comment after the video. Certainly appreciate it. Looks, I get to look at, oh, there's a comment. I certainly appreciate that. Luke Batson, I'm in the 2-hole. Mr. Duke Man. Oh, I do remember that, the name. How long do you think 1 million play action, 30? Still 20 max, I believe. Oh, that'll fill by tomorrow. I still need to draft 5 more to fill it. Price at the 10. Okay. D Sports. That sounds like Deportes. A little, the Mexican. Yeah, let's do this. I want Cooper Cup. I want the Cooper Cup. I got my hero RB, and now we're going to get my favorite wide receiver. All right, so Price at the 10 hole goes with a Cardinals Ram stack, week 17, but different. Not always the Puka or the Cup that I usually grab myself. So not a bad uniqueness. Derek goes ASB, Derrick Henry. Mr. Batson goes Lamb Evans. So I put out that tweet about that guy's poor team. I wasn't expecting it to be a popular tweet, just posted when I saw. It ended up being like 10K impressions, man. Y'all just chill. Okay. Poor guy. I'll never forget when I got tagged because somebody was roster shaming me because I drafted it was the first year. And after I won it, I can't remember if I went a double elite tight end or if I went quad elite tight end. I was like, you know what? I'm going to draft the 4 best tight ends. I can't remember exactly what it was. And then I didn't know who tagged me and was making fun of me, but they were this idiot, blah, blah, blah. I think it was good. It was back in the day. I was at the turn pick, and I took Kelsey and Andrews, and I think I grabbed. I don't remember exactly who was the tight ends were good that year, but I think I ended up grabbing like a third one or maybe a fourth one, and I think that team advanced to the semifinals. So in my head, it was worth it. Oh, Malik Neighbors off the board. I don't even know what I'm going to go here. Is DK Metcalf out there? He's still out there. Okay. Devin A-Chain, did he get drafted? Okay, he went early second. I-Chain. This is a heavy wide receiver room for the most part. Maybe on the first one to draft a tight end here. Maybe we grab Kelsey here, huh? Get one of every position. After this draft, we will look at the Silky Mangoes team who drafted a wallop of a team. I usually go Metcalf here, but let's go Kelsey and see what happens. Let's roll the dice. Scott Haskins. Do I know Scott Haskins? Facebook. I don't know. I'm not logged into Facebook, I don't think. Scott. I know Scott Hoskins. Is that Haskins or Hoskins down here? That's Haskins. President at Better Newspapers. I don't think we were friends. Yeah, we weren't even friends. I just knew of his name. I think we were at the same bar a few times. I'm a Scooter guy. I wonder if he was related to the other Hoskins. He had to have been. Scooter was a small town. What was Hoskins' first name? I don't fucking remember his first name. Smartest guy on our team ended up quitting. Became one of the cool kids at school. I don't remember why he quit football, though. I knew he was getting laid. Or at least that was the rumor. It's good for him. Do I push quarterback to the 5th round? Or do I try to just take Mahomes here? Do we go elite tight end? Double elite? Be done at tight end. Okay, Rusty Shackelford, which is another name that last name I know, Shackelford. You know. All right, you guys. Calm down. Why did you even grab him? That's so rude. That's okay. That's all right. What in the... Hold up. Wait a second, Price. You do know he has some back problems and that he does not go this early? I hope that was a misclick for your sake. I mean, I don't have any Pacheco, so let's go. Let's run it. Let's run a little Travis Kelce, so a small mini stack. Obviously, we're not getting Pat Mahomes because someone decided to take Pat Mahomes already. You got to explain to me why you went Alvin Kamara in the 4th round. I have him ranked right here. Ooh, maybe I'm losing my stuff, and I just never realized it. But there's a number right here. I don't remember there being a number yesterday. Did you guys notice the number yesterday? Because I certainly didn't. I'm gonna go ahead and check out my video from yesterday because I do not remember that. I'm gonna go ahead. Breaking news! DraftKings has added the number draft pick that we are on. Breaking news here, coming to you from my desk in my little house. Lucky because I was gonna go double QB. Just fuck around because I'm sure when this is just a play around. Whatever you want, man. Not sure if it was yesterday, but it's definitely new. Yeah, I just looked at the draft we did yesterday. It was not there. So, first reported here, DraftKings has added numbers. Hold on. We got to make that tweet. DraftKings has added numbers, the draft pick number to the draft board. Has added the draft selection number to the draft board. You're here first. You heard it here first. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but not in the way you think. It's so hot outside. Let's get some music going. Let's get some music going. Brand. What's the dancing butterfly? Oh, we're feeling really good. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Da 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 da. Pop, 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 pop. It's your turn in one pick. Well, fancy that. I'm ready to make a selection. I'm not ready to make this selection. Who drafted? Am I gonna somebody? No, I'll let you have your guy. I'll grab Godwin. That's who I want, anyways. Or I might get Godwin on the turnaround, maybe. Let's get McLaurin just in case I want to get Jaden. Leave that door open. Oh, I'm sorry. Price thought you were going to get him. I mean, you may not have wanted him to go regardless, but I was going to let you have him. This is the worst music ever? Okay. It's happy. What about booty calls? Hello, ladies. Welcome to my club. We've got soul for you tonight. Y'all drafting so fucking fast. Price, you got me all baffled on what you're trying to fucking do here. Grab Chris Godwin. Go back one track. Okay, I don't remember. The second one was Club. Okay, let's. What did I pick before that? The Boom Room. Hey. I feel like I'm going to hang out with Aaron Rodgers at the ayahuasca rooms. You know what I'm saying? And then we're about to start some college EA football. When you throw that little drum in there. Let's go. Still haven't gotten it. I think I'm just going to wait until I get Charlie's PlayStation 5. Boom Room. You know, that's half of how I picked these songs. I picked it by their names. Sounds like an NCAA. Look, yeah, that's what it feels like to me too. Yeah, I have Who Lives Up That Hill? Let's see here. What other? There's some funny names. I just picked this because I probably liked it. Offering Mythologica. Booty calls, boom room, dancing butterfly, sting like a bee. The string quintet. I don't know. That one didn't. Intertwined fate sounded epic. Crying dub, which I thought was kind of close to Crying Buffalo. Inevitable. Jingle bells. Obviously, that was the Christmas theme. And summer humidity, because that's what I was feeling that day. And overthink, because of basketball. People are always overthinking it. Yeah, you got to play the 5 version. Yeah, I have an Xbox One, but since we're getting the new system, I thought I might just get on the PS5. DK finally put the exact draft number for each pick. Yes, sir. You heard it here first. Reported live from Basketball Nation News. Mr. Slither says FanDuel would never. I didn't even know FanDuel still ran basketball tournaments. Honestly, I didn't even know FanDuel was still operating. That site's a piece of junk for DFS. I'm sorry that's the only operator you have for DFS because it's god awful. That selection of David Montgomery was a smart pick. Smart pick. Oh, da 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 da. I forgot to play my Madden today. Not the actual game, but the DFS contest. I've been trying to stick up with so I've been trying to do the achievements. It's been really hard to play DFS lately. I just haven't had enjoyed it lately. Like even grinding DFS. Ugh. Normally it wouldn't be a big issue, but man, it's been a grind to grind it. Four likes on that thing already. Thank you to Arms, Astro Manga, Mr. Slither, Sean John, and Jose. Thank you guys for liking the post. I appreciate it. I'm not going to go through the 50 other people that liked my 4-2-10-2 build. That wasn't mine, but it was somebody else's. Okay, 11,000 impressions. That's wild. Engagements. Why can't I get that kind of engagement on my other stuff? Except people go wild for my exposures. I can't even imagine what it was like to be hit up with the gritty today and get that notification of Chase Claypool. I saw that with it, like when it Sheffield like posted like 2 seconds ago. I was like, oh no. We didn't get T, did we now? We didn't get that, no. We're going to go ahead and grab Jaden Daniels and not mess around. I am easily influenced by dude, I'm like I am like one of the worst NCAA players of all time. Though back in the day, in the year of 2006, I did win a NCAA tournament. This was I was a big fan of Michigan, and we had a tournament within my dorm room. I we had I would play through the tournament, and so I just ran flies, and Braylon Allen was practically unstoppable. I would just chuck it down to Braylon Allen, and if we got close, I just ran it with I think it was not Kevin Hart, whoever whose last name was Hart. I think he ended up being the coach for some. I think for Michigan right now, the running backs coach for Michigan. But yeah, I would just do those two plays over and over again, and it was unstoppable. And then and then the rule was you can't play in the same team twice. So then I picked Texas, and in the year that I picked Texas, it was Roy Williams, the wide receiver that played with along Calvin Johnson at Detroit. I would just run flies with him. It was a stupid. I was unstoppable because whoever the other people didn't know how to stop it. I mean, I didn't know how to stop it either, but they certainly didn't know how to. Felix, will you have DFS content this season? I will. In fact, I will be back on the Fantasy Football Plus network with DFS betting content, and then on my Patreon, I thought I would give you guys my core plays for the week, written up, and then maybe attach a video of a couple lineups that I do. I thought that would be something I could add to the thing, as well as I do plan on doing battle royales this season to start I'll probably do 2 battle royales to start the Wednesday's stream to get everybody in here to send me their teams, and then after that we will look at everybody's teams. I didn't do any UD college-based best ball. They didn't have any of the non-Power 4 schools. Yeah, I didn't do any of those either. Firstly, I'm kind of watching my budget for all this stuff because I do plan on going heavy week 1 DFS wise, and I had no edge for college football. I feel like it didn't get solved, but it was very scrutinized and thought about. So, Mizzou Gear, thank you for liking the post. All right, I'm letting you guys know Jordan Love's not making it past 20 picks past ADP. Okay. I say this is kind of ridiculous. DeAndre Hopkins has been flying down the board. We're going to grab Palmer here. We're still good at our other stacks. I don't play DFS, so it'll all be new to me. Absolutely, man. I'll happily break down everything from the basics week 1. Go over strategies that help me become a winning DFS player, and then I'll cover basically. I listen to probably more content than anybody else in this space. I'm listening to roughly 90 hours of DFS, currently best ball content. I like to hear everybody's position. I'm on the clock. Let me make my selection. I'll get back to your comment here. I have 0 San Francisco. I don't know who I'd even grab. I've been grabbing an extra RB or 2, loading up on Addison Hopkins the last few days. Yeah, I've grabbed Hopkins a couple times now. Addison, I've been grabbing here and there. What draft lobby is this? This is the $3 20 max, the 200K, I believe. It could be 20K. I don't honestly don't know. It's the second play action $3 tournament that they ran. Are you going to max DK Millie as well as BBM? Yes, I will be maxing those out the rest of my life, as I will be able to do that. I a positive best ball drafter, DFS player. I'll be positive probably my the rest of my life. So yes, I will be maxing those out the rest of my life. Will I do it on stream the rest of my life? I don't know. I'm trying to find somebody to do content with me, so I don't have to stream all of my stuff anymore. I'm trying to find a partner, and this is Best Ball Nation, but it's just one guy so far. I need a fall guy. I need someone to also do streams and keep up the content. It is a lot of work when you're. I mean, I'm still working. This week alone, I'm working 60 hours. I work 60 hours before I do this, and then I do this, and it's a lot of work. So I'm on the lookout for bring some people in. Obviously, I'm not paying anybody big bucks, but it's gonna be pretty much you guys get whatever portion of the Patreon we get. But I'm on the lookout for normal people. I don't want anybody. I don't want any assholes. That's my whole thing. It's like I don't. Is there a player that you were high on that you were drafting that completely tanked in ADP, and now that you feel like your lineups are doomed, or do you look at it differently? I guess Kamani Vidal's not looking great, and he was up 12% of mine. But I'm not really worried about it. He was RB5 on my teams, so I wasn't depending on him at all in any of the teams that I have him on. So no, I feel great about all my picks so far. I've been right. I was right about Palmer. I was right about Chase Brown. I was right about Gabe Davis. Najee Harris hasn't moved. Cooper Kupp's only moved up. He started as a 4th round pick this year. Malik Neighbors has only gone up. DK Metcalf has moved back a little bit. That one stinks. I never drafted Rice. The inverse of what you're saying, of somebody falling. I did not grab Rice when he did fall. I had bought when he was up high in the 2nd round in the big board. But those teams that I drafted in the big board, I mean, honestly, I destroyed those leagues in my head. That even though I drafted Justin Fields in 2nd round, Rashee Rice in those teams, I feel like I still destroyed those teams. So I guess Rashee Rice is another one. So I was drafting Robert Wilson in the 160s at one point. Do you think I'm fucked? No. You're never fucked. Trust me. You're never fucked. You could. It doesn't matter. I'm sure you didn't have that crazy of amount. And it's not like I'm taking a shot at you, but there's only a few people out here that take stands like I do, and I'm not too worried about. I'm not too sure that you haven't done it, but I have a feeling you haven't done it to the extent that I drafted. And even then, I drafted 95% of Colin Johnson, who gave me zeros the year I won it. 90% of the weeks he gave me zeros. He showed out. I think it was week 7. He had 10 points or something like that. And other than that, he didn't do anything for the Giants that year. That was the year he was on the Jags. He was showing out. I was a rookie. He was looking good. It might have been a 2nd year. He was showing out. He was looking good. I was like, I'm going to smash this. He's going to be a pick, amazing pick. Ends up getting cut on the last day of on camp or whatever, the cut day. And then he gets shipped out to New York. Gets used in one game, has a decent game, and is never to be seen again. Comes out the next preseason, tears his ACL. Whatever. I draft a lot. I already maxed out BBM and DK Millie. Yeah, I maxed out the 2 tournaments pretty early too last year. Not that it was a mistake. I just I got kind of fucked over. Not fucked over. I I was upset with myself because I missed out on so much. I should have grabbed game days there. I needed a little bit more floor play here. So, um, whew, well, Levis to the 13th. Um, Cooper Cup killed me last year. I had 25% Cooper Cup early on, and obviously he ended up going in the late second, sometimes third round. That hurt here all over. And does Matthew Stafford make it back around? I do know that Dotson's not going to make it back around. And I'm not too worried if he doesn't. We'll grab Baker if he doesn't make it back. Baker doesn't go until... Where the fuck is Baker? 143. He should make it back to me. That same Colin Johnson who had a good game for the Bears in this preseason? Yes. Dude, he's a... If you guys saw my tweets 2 weeks ago, I said, look out for the preseason god tomorrow. That Wednesday. And of course, he showed up. And then every year, man. Every year he looks so good. And just can't seem to make rosters. It blows my mind. The dude is 6'6", 6'5", like super tall. Has decent long downfield speed. Catches up literally just about everything. I don't know. Thoughts on Fields starting? Who knows? I think at some point that he starts, and that's why I'm drafting him. I think that's why Dennis is also drafting him, is that you don't draft quarterbacks to start early. You want to get the quarterbacks that are starting later in the season, because you're probably, if you're going to draft them later, because you're hoping that they're on the field late in the season, making a difference on your team. And all it takes is one injury, 1-2 week span of like him playing bad. I wouldn't be surprised if he's starting by week 7, week 8, somewhere on the line. Maybe right after their bye week, to see, because they have a bye week perfectly right in the middle. So bye week 9 for them. So if they have 8 weeks of production and they're in the middle, like they're not winning because of Russell, they're not losing because of Russell, but they see potential with Justin, I can see them going week 10, Justin Fields. I remember Polk being a 17th round pick. Yeah. I remember that too. Those were good days. Those are good days. How time changes things. Yeah, it's insane. DK is insane. Just got Ayuk in the 4th. Got Ayuk in the 15th 2 years ago. Stuff changes over time, man. Stuff changes. We were high on Ayuk and Kendrick Bourne, and now they are potentially getting traded for one another. Stafford gonna make it all the way back to what? Wait, did someone take Baker? Who the fuck at the 2-hole? I know you grabbed Mike, but still. You silly mongoose. Grab Stafford here. He's more important to this team, but I would have liked to grab Freiermuth. So I would assume that either Jose or Price grabs. Oh, I stated again, and the guy right between us grabs him. That's the second time that's happened. Wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Scott Haskins is in this lobby or in this chat room right now. Show yourself. Oh, man. Freiermuth in the 150s? Yeah, he's not supposed to be in the 150s. I would have drafted him there, but I have a feeling he would not have made it back to me. Had Stafford would have not have made it back to me at the 14th. Look, people are going to get their TJ Hawkinson, who's not going to be playing at an elite level all year. Stream snipers. Yeah, I know, right? No, I had legit stream snipers when I used to play FPS games back in the day. I used to play this game. What was it called? It's made by the people that made Smite, Paladins. I was a top 100 player on Paladins. Probably a top 5 Sky player. And man, the street snipers in that. She could go invisible, and all of a sudden they're locking onto me. Right. I didn't read much news today, but I'm leaning Ayuk stays in SF. Yeah, dude, he's 100% saying SF. Not even a doubt in my mind anymore. People say he played that correctly, like he was like some kind of genius. No. If anything, he's in the shitty end of that. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe he does. I want to be on board for that Patreon job. Can I DM you? Yeah, go ahead. We can talk. I'll probably wait till after the season starts so we can, talk stuff really out and stuff. But yeah, absolutely. You think Ayuk stays? Yeah, I think he stays in San Francisco for sure. Go ahead, grab our second tight end. As usual, we're going to build out a 3-5-10-2 build. Let's see here. Taysom Hill goes after me. Who's after me? Prong. All right, just make sure it wasn't Dennis. I know Dennis is not in this lobby, but got to double check. Yeah, you go ahead and email me. Send me a tweet or send me a message on Twitter. We'll talk stuff out. I'll let you know the details and stuff. What was the feeling like, man, winning DK Millie? Dude, winning the DK Millie, the DraftKings Millie Maker, was probably the most incredible feeling of elation because probably, with a minute and a half left to go, I didn't think I was going to win it, right? I thought, oh, well, it's over. I'm getting second place. Let's start doing taxes and just trying to figure out what exactly, what we're going to pay off. Because, I'm not I'm an average dude, but, maybe on the poor side of things. And we're like, okay, we pay off the house. We can do all these cool things. And then they ran the ball. Even though they could have just kneeled it. And fuck it. The gates opened up. And I honestly, God, I did not know if he scored or not. I just assumed with that big of a hole that he did. And I'm just fucking running around my house screaming, I won $1 million. What month was that lineup in? There's no way to tell, unfortunately. I drafted every day that year. Kind of. I have very little idea. And I don't even know if it was fast or slow. I did one fast, one slow every day. So fucking awesome, man. Can't even imagine. I maxed out this tournament. Very excited. Yeah. I've now maxed it out the last 3 years. What years is this? 4 years now? Maxed out this tournament. I didn't max out Underdog the year I won it. I do think, and I don't know if this is arrogant of me as to say this, but I think I take down both tournaments had I maxed out, I'm going to go take my third quarterback because I want to take 3 quarterbacks. I think I potentially win both tournaments because if you guys look at Liam's team that won it, his team was kind of ass in comparison to what I was drafting. And I drafted 11 teams and I advanced 5. So almost had a 50% advance rate on Underdog that year. I think if I would have maxed it out and it would have had like another 75 teams, I think I get to the finals and I think I win it just because of what I was drafting and the players that I was taking. I think I was inevitable to win it regardless. Nice, dude. Yeah, I wish I would have taken more Justin Fields. I do have a decent share of him. I mean, I have him in the 7th round on Underdog in the big board. I have some shares of him in the last round. It's also like when I go 100% Najee, he was like, and I didn't have a third quarterback. I was like, I guess I could just throw Fields on there. So I have a little bit of Fields, I have a little bit of Russ. And then, so I have a little bit of Fields kind of everywhere. So I don't feel bad about that for sure. He was my 2nd highest owned quarterback in the big board. Let's see what I can go here. Go ahead and take Jalen McMillions. Caught both security targets. I think at some point, Mike Evans is always like pulling up with the hamstring. Maybe, and I'm not trying to put any bad juju on your team, Duke, but Mr. Was it Ryan? I already forgot the. Was it Postman? Batson. Was it you passed it? Are you Batson at the 2 spot? Okay, yeah, Batson in the 2 hole. Not trying to put any bad juju on there, but I haven't taken almost any Mike Evans, so I'm hoping that I'm hoping for an injury there, to be completely honest. Because I have a lot of Chris Godwin now. I wouldn't say a lot. I'm above the field. I might be 2x at this moment. And I'm hoping that helps Jalen McMillian get on the fields a little bit more. On the field a little bit more. And I wouldn't mind that. Would not mind that. As I have packed my bags with Bryce Young and Deontay and Adam Thielen. Like, I'm hoping that he's the bring back. Those guys are the bringbacks that I need. Hopefully it's not Mike Evans. Hopefully it's one of these 2 guys. Yoshi Voss in the 17th round. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter where you take them. 17th round doesn't matter what the ADP is. We'll take Estime. Feel good about that bet. Like, he's going to be the goal line back eventually. They're going to get rid of P. Ryan. Javonte has had a little bit of an injury risk, so maybe he gets injured. Jaleel McLaughlin's kind of a small guy, so if they're going to bring anybody in for the goal line work, it's going to be Estime. Yeah, it's kind of funny that Roman Wilson has fallen off the board and hasn't gone back up since the news of Brandon Ayuk. I take all $3 receivers. All right. Well, I hope goodness for your Godwin and your McMillian your drafts. Did we get close to hitting 20 likes here, guys? Only 8 likes. Looks like we will not be doing a second draft. I think he still might do well. Yeah, I agree. He's honestly, when I comped him, which was kind of funny because he was going in the last 2 rounds in the big board, I comped him to him being like a very similar play that of Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like he had a little bit of like down the field speed and explosiveness, but he was really good in the intermediate and close to the quarterback ranges. And he's not like, I don't know, just the way he played at Michigan, and the way he had like these amazing hands. I just thought very similar type players, very similar builds too. Obviously not as jacked as Amon-Ra because his dad's a former bodybuilder, but man, some people over here, Mr. Shackelford and Haskins, I feel like they're teaming up on me. They're drafting all my favorite players: Singletary, Fant, Braylon Allen, Jalen Hyatt. And over here, you got Burton. Freiermuth would have been nice. Herbert, Watson, Kincaid, Diggs, Gibbs. Someone's got to draft him, I guess. So Jaden Daniels double stacked. Let's get Mingo before he accidentally goes in front of me somewhere and drives me nuts. How far would I have to scroll for that? All the way down here, Jesus. Ugh. Stafford. If he doesn't go in the 19th round, he'll be coming to my squad. I think he showed that he's a good player. I don't think he's the next Puka, but I do think he was going to player to warrant a 19th round pick. If there's any injury, he'll step in. Pitt, always a good good wide receiver. Pitt, always good. Picks good wide receivers. Yes, they're always good at drafting wide receivers for sure. Hines, Pickens, AB. Juju was originally a really good pick. Mike Wallace. I'm missing somebody completely obvious that I can't remember his name. Martavius Bryant was a good pick. He just couldn't put down the drugs. Or I think that's what it was. Didn't he have like always getting popped first marijuana? Sounds good, man. Hey, Bryce, this will probably be the start of the next year, so just a heads up, So maybe want to get your streaming set up, get all that stuff set up. This will give you some time to also acclimate. Get used to the people that are in here, because I got a lot of the same people over here, so you get to know the people. I would suggest do something like that as well. We got a good crew here. Endear yourself to the olds. I am one of these olds. Whoa, someone took my guy. Go ahead and grab Baker here. Who grabbed him? Who grabbed Winnington? One hole. Jackass. I'm already going up this season. All right. Let's see here. You guys have 2 more days to sign up for the Patreon. Speaking of the Patreon, 2 more days to sign up for the Yahoo League, or else Jose is just getting the $200. Regardless, if it's 3 people in there, including myself, obviously, then the 2 of you will split $100. The payouts will be at the end of the year, because that's how long the Patreon will take to pay that out. What else? Let's see here. That the Patreon has exclusive interviews with people around the industry so far, and it has my ranks up currently. Yep. Hit the sub button on here. We're trying to get to 400. I am now fully convinced we are not going to get 400 by the start of the last week of the preseason here. So we will be doing 2 10-hour streams instead of a 25-hour stream on I can never remember the dates. On the 28th and 29th, we'll be doing 2 10-hour streams, and to finish up my DraftKings Millie Makers and Underdog Millie Makers. So, price is in. I will send my link. Yeah, part of the betting podcast already started up. Hopefully I can help. Shit, I'm on the clock. Alrighty, so we'll read it from the right to the left, because that's who's already drafted. My boy, my guy, Jose, at the 12 hole, Drake London, Puka Nacua, Travis Etienne, Tank Dell, Kyle Pitts, Calvin Ridley, JSN, Zamir White, DeAndre Hopkins, Kirk Cousins, Ty Chandler, Will Levis. Will Levis the 12th was pretty wild there. But he may not make it back to you in the 13th, so I kind of get it. Did you see this quarterback run that happened right in front of you? So I don't blame you now looking at it. Jalen Wright, Geno Smith, Ray Davis, Ben Sinnott, Luke McCaffrey, Kendrick Miller, Roman Wilson, and Daniel Bellinger. I like the last 3 picks for sure, and honestly Luke McCaffrey as well. I'm kind of out on Sinnott, but I've only heard good things, and he kind of blew up in the first preseason game. Price out of the 10 hole goes Marvin Harrison, Kyron, Josh Allen, Alvin Kamara, George Kittle, Kyler Murray, Ramondre Stevenson, Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, Gus Edwards, Gabe Davis, J.K. Dobbins, Daniel Jones, Wan'Dale Robinson, Rashad Bateman, Chig Okonkwo, Juwan Johnson. I don't know what happened to my mouth there. Dylan Labe, OBJ, and Theo Johnson. That's a good trio of tight ends. They're all, not highly anticipated to be like breakouts, but all had the potential to be breakouts. Obviously, I'm on the Daniel Bellinger side of things, but I do see the upside of the late season. Solid team. Solid team. Oh, you went 4 tight ends. It might be overkill. Might be overkill. Bully quarterback. I don't think you need to add Daniel Jones, but I get it. Yeah. It's not a bad team. Not a bad team. And we'll look at Moaz, Breece Hall, Cooper Kupp, Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco, Terry McLaurin, Chris Godwin, Najee Harris, Jaden Daniels, Joshua Palmer, Javonte Williams, Jacoby Myers, Jahan Dotson, Matthew Stafford, Luke Musgrave, Bryce Young, Jalen McMillions, Audric Estime, Jonathan Mingo, Devon Baker, and Brendan Rice. And then we had Derek at the 3-hole. He goes ace. Ooh, switching it up on. Well, I knew that he likes to do that, but switching it up on the board for everybody. He goes ASB, Derrick Henry, Malik Neighbors, Lamar Jackson, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones, Deontay Johnson, Jordan Addison, Jared Goff, Blake Corum, Trey Benson, A.D. Mitchell, K. Dot, Isaiah Likely, I almost want to say Bruce Irvin, Bucky Irvin, Malachi Corley, Andre Yoshivas, Elijah Mitchell, Dawson Knox, and Brevin Jordan. The Yoshi is nice. You were the one that got me onto Malachi Corley, I believe. So you're sticking to your guns all the way through. I liked it. I like that pick too. Now I'm on board. He's going to be the next Cobb for Aaron Rodgers. And then Mr. Luke Batson at the 2-hole goes CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, Jalen Waddle, James Cook, T. Higgins, James Conner, Keon Coleman, Dak Prescott, David Njoku, Brandon Cooks, Rico Dowdle, Baker Mayfield, Nick Chubb, Xavier Legette, Tyler Conklin, Greg Dortch, Bo Nix, Tank Bigsby, Greg Dulcich, and Jamal Williams. That's a fun team. Got the tight end score, like the TD scores with Tank and Jamal. Potentially, the number 1 tight end in Denver. He burned me too bad last year to ever go back to him, but I get it. I totally get it. Tyler Conklin, good tight end. David Njoku, great tight end. Wide receivers are great. Running backs are good. This is a above average team. Well built, above average team here. Definitely very live to make it to the next round. Do we have any wild teams here? 2-7. Derek, 4 tight ends. Who did you get a tight end that I missed? Okay, that's okay right here. When you go late tight end, it's okay. If your last pick is a tight end, your last round does not really equate to your team in my head sometimes. But who drafted J.J. McCarthy? Been there, 6'2", 4'5". Do you think he knows? He drafted Darnold. I don't know. I guess I don't want to take that risk. He was already practically a last round pick. I don't think taking that kind of risk makes any sense. He snatched my guy. 3 in a row is crazy. He snatched my guy. GLG, let's do another one. He doesn't. Did we hit 20 likes? Because then I would do another one. 5 likes. I'm sorry, that is going to be a no-go. No-go tonight. No-go. My tight ends are doggy doo-doo. That's why I took 4. Yeah, that makes sense. No, yeah, and I always feel like your last round pick shouldn't hold as much weight on the team construction. And that makes sense. Oh yeah, I want to bring up the team. Hold on, let me pull it up on a different thing. Let's see here. What am I doing? Underdog. Underdog. Securely logging you in. Completed. 109 entries. I need to do one tonight. Go to full draft. Is this it? Ship my money? No. I don't think I did with Atom Share. Unless it already got thrown out. Nope, this is it right here. For those that popped in to see the person who drafted a 4-2-10-2 build, I didn't want to shame him on Twitter. You know, like that's kind of fucked up. But I'll shame him on my YouTube channel. But not shame him. Just look at his team. Maybe try to go through the thought process. I'm pretty sure he tried to get this thrown out. I really hope it doesn't. That team got a lot of traction though on Twitter. So let's go ahead and stop screen, present screen, share screen, completed. His team is right here on the right. He went with Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Caleb Williams, and Kirk Cousins. He reached only for Kirk Cousins. The rest were what I like to consider within ADP. If it's within 6, I consider within ADP. He got Rachaad White at ADP. He got an extreme value on Bucky Irving. But as his only other running back, it is a little bit wild. A little bit wild. At wide receiver, he's actually sitting pretty good. Yeah, like it's weird because like none of it really seems bad, right? It's like okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Within like, that one's kind of a reach. Wan'Dale Robinson, kind of a reach there. Good value. You know, got good value on David Njoku. He just didn't draft any running backs. I didn't, when I was drafting, I was not paying attention to other drafters. I'm at work, you know, so I'm just like doing it to keep my brain going at work. It has zero chance of advancing, but it's just, I'm curious if it gets thrown out. If it's because he doesn't have enough running backs, then they should make a stipulation where you have to draft at least 3. Just plain and simple. Because you can't just throw out drafts because they didn't fit the criteria that you didn't set beforehand. If that's how he wanted to draft his team, then he should be able to draft that team. If you don't want a player to only draft 2 running backs on a team, then you need to set a minimum person reminder or thing where he can only draft running backs. So I hope it doesn't get thrown out, but I can see it getting thrown out. But again, none of it was off ADP. And if anything, he got plus value on ADP. So I don't know. That's what I like about DraftKings. You could tell what people have. You got to look at a little line here. Not a big fan of that. This little green bar. Oh well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it was a fun draft, fun day. We'll be back tomorrow with the single entry Wednesdays. That shouldn't be thrown out. I agree, it shouldn't be thrown out, but who knows? I've seen them throw out dumb stuff before, so. We'll be back tomorrow with a qualifying Wednesday. If you guys go ahead and hit the like button after the fact, or whenever you guys get a chance to hit the like button on this, I think it does help because my yesterday's video got 93 views and had like 24 likes. If you guys hit the like button, I think there's some I don't know. I don't understand YouTube, but I think it gives it out to more people. So we're trying to get to 400 by the start of the year. So if we could do that, that would be great. So there's that. And yeah, subscribe to the Patreon. If you are a Patreon member, talking to all of you guys, just sign up so we can get this draft started and ready. It is free if you're a member. You have a shot at winning $200, which is 8 entries into BBM next year, or was that 10 DraftKings Millies this year? Just saying. Join the Patreon, join the Yahoo League. You have 2 days to do it. All right. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. Later, y'all.